Welcome back to Shaq-Fu. So we still have the duel mode, which is the arcade mode kind of, and there's also a tournament mode, but you don't know exactly what it is. That's a multiplayer only mode, so it doesn't have any story in it. So Shaq can also fight in arcade mode. So let's see what Shaq's arcade inning is like. One might as well, right? Also, there's actually unique lines in the duel mode. So Jova, go ahead and say it as we go along. However, I think I'm going to show only this one first.
Now.
First fight first. Oh, go ahead.
Nice mushroom hat for your mushroom head.
Wow, Shaq. That's
so. Let's see how many one-liners Shaq can come up with in this entire run.
Stop pointing at me.
Shaq is gonna give you the talk.
Yeah. Hang on, here's loud so. Yeah, the music in this game is yeah.
I rocked your chair, Grandpa.
Ha! See? He followed up. He said he was gonna rock his chair, and he did rock his chair. See?
He's old.
Funny.
And now Beast. I'm skipping the fights because we already know how it goes.
Tell your boss I said hi.
Really? That's it? That's the best you've got? Come on, Shaq.
Wow. I'll mention later, sorry.
Machines are fragile.
Yeah, I wonder if it was just one producer who actually wrote hastily something and did not get credited.
All right.
Oh, snap.
Mirror match.
Mirror match. In fact, I'm going to show off. I will show off this one for one particular reason. Shaq's fighting arena, because each fighter has his own fighting arena. When you fight Shaq in either the duel mode or in tournament mode, he always appears in Beast's arena for some reason. I don't get why.
I guess he doesn't have his one dedicated. We couldn't program like a basketball stadium like arena.
Apparently not, Tail. We have his theme, as you can hear, but no, he doesn't have his own arena.
There seem to be a couple of things done made. Apparently, according here, it mentioned that the original concept of the game was supposed to be a lot more bloodier, kind of like more.
Jova.
Go home. I'll beat you one-on-one every time.
Oh god, these are all.
That is all Shaq has to say in regards to seeing a literal clone of himself.
But yeah, apparently a lot of violent stuff was actually dummied out.
Mm-hmm.
I guess they wanted to turn this into nice martial combat.
This is a fighter's world. Sit down.
She is a fighter. Do not sit down.
Oh man.
I think she's also. Oh no, hold on.
Alright, so now it's Memphis.
Go in peace, brah. Suddenly Shaq becomes a hippie.
That's a bra moment.
So, Shaq versus
Voodoo.
Mrs. Shantae.
Sorry, I didn't mean to hurt you.
What do you mean you didn't mean to hurt her? This is a fighting game.
Next fighter.
This got awkward all of a sudden.
Yeah, let's see time when Shaq beat up a kid. That makes things better.
Yeah. Clearly.
Come back when you're 5 feet tall, kid.
I am 5 feet tall.
Man, the ending of Kazami is different than the one I remember.
Oh boy, Shaq versus the street kid.
Diesel, actually.
Yeah, Diesel. Yeah.
You call yourself Diesel? Ha!
Seriously?
Literally his line from the campaign.
Seriously, you could.
Diesel turns to the camera and is like, "Man, I don't fucking know either."
Is that really?
You couldn't come up with you couldn't come up with a different line, even a bad one.
Wow. See ya. Wouldn't wanna be ya. Is it said that that's actually one of the better one-liners?
And now his set raw line.
Hopefully that
Bobby
will
with
be
a bad piece of armor.
Your rap is whack, brah.
Oh, your rapping's any better.
Congratulations! Your incredible display of fighting proves you are ready to conquer the story. Good luck! So basically this is no ending. Just fight the story if you want the Shaq ending.
I mean, I guess it makes sense to an extent, but it's still a bit lame. Also, I did check in the meantime. Apparently, the makers of this, the actual development team, is called Delphine Software. They're mostly famous for a game called Out of This World or Another World, which is very, very well regarded.
So what the hell happened to them?
Yeah, I really don't understand either. All right, let's see Catwoman against these people.
I've got more You've got more bruises than I have lives.
Okay, it's a bit better when the standards of the game, so we'll take that.
Come on, when's she gonna say meouch?
The guy looks like he's been caught stealing something from the cookie jar.
So you know what's interesting, by the way? They didn't come up with as many lines for. Okay, go ahead.
I slapped you around like a ball of yarn.
Oh my god! I think Jova might be on point. At some point, she really gonna say meouch.
No, that's the thing. Surprisingly, she doesn't too.
Really?
Nope.
I'm the baddest cat around here. Don't come back.
You know what's interesting? They didn't come up with as many lines for the other fighters as they did for Shaq. Go ahead.
I've had mice put up a better fight against me.
Oh.
Basically, each fighter has a total of 4 lines. One of them reserved specifically for Shaq, and after that, it's just reused. Ending. Congratulations. So after her amazing victory, Kaori returns to Simalfa, which is her homeland according to the bio, to roam the wild. Her freedom reclaimed, she keeps a fierce guard against uninvited guests. So yeah, for every fighter that's not Shaq in the arcade mode, they only get 4 one-liners instead of Shaq, unlike Shaq, who has a one-liner for everybody. So,
because he's the star, man.
I guess, but you know, it does show.
Weird.
It does show a lack of commitment to the universe that this game is creating.
Honestly, were they? I don't think they were planning a franchise from this. I get the feeling.
Planned out of this. Let me see if I can, before A Legend Reborn.
All right.
Let me see.
Now it's Do Beast.
There was a sequel planned. That's news to me.
Supposedly. Let me see. A sequel was announced for release around 1996, but never came to fruition. I don't actually know what it was supposed to be called.
Gee, I wonder why.
Shaq-Fu 2.
Pedro.
Next time will be even more painful.
Pedro, are you
You
not
just made up a
telling me?
10-year-old asshole.
Are you not telling me that this game fills you with delight?
Stay down, I am the best fighter of all. Well, again, like I said, Joe, I've been growing up with this game. I actually still kind of have a soft spot for it, to be honest with you. Get serious, Wickling. I will never let you beat me. So, go on. And now the Shaq line. You can't hang in my league, buddy. Go away. Get it? You can't hang in my league. Anyway, liberating himself from the evil set, Beast returned to the Lost Jungle, recruiting an army of fearless fighters to serve his wild kingdom.
Okay.
That's
and
it.
he hunted an antelope while doing it, apparently.
Yep, apparently. Yeah, these endings are kind of fun then, as you can see.
They're not exactly going to be giving Mortal Kombat a run for their money.
No, not really.
I mean, my sort of Mortal Kombat endings aren't exactly high art either.
True, but even they're more than this normally. I say normally. We do have some setbacks here and there. Speaking of setbacks, Tio.
Setbacks.
Get ready.
He's burped.
I can't believe you work for me.
Sure.
You are pathetic.
I'll tell you again.
Alright, Theo, go ahead.
I will always be superior to you. Sorry.
And you needed to prove that why?
I don't know.
Okay. Now we got the alternate ending for the game.
I am the center of attention.
Wow, you're a prima donna.
Whore, attention whore, that's what you are.
No, Beast.
Go back and train with the others. Wow, not even like a line of you're nothing but my shadow, referencing the backstory, no. I can't believe you work for...
What do you mean? What do you mean? His power restored, Sept summoned unworldly energy to transform his identity. He stalks the first world, incognito, anxious to reclaim his throne. But yeah, what do you mean work for you?
Gets 5. So set actually gets 5 instead of 4, but one of them is literally a repeat.
Not just,
and it's of his evil clone. What the hell?
Not just that, yeah. Like, what do you mean work for you? He's your evil clone.
He is you.
Ugh.
Oh, this game is a treasure.
The end.
The
It's a
treasure
treasure
was
of
not
craft.
developer.
Alright, the Colonel.
It is nice how they give them all their spiffy little animations when you pick them.
Go ahead, too. Well, it's their winning animations in the fight, Jova, so...
I could have beat you with my real arms.
Jax?
Yeah, Colonel is kind of a reverse...
He wishes.
Considering, again, technology is the key to victory.
Yeah,
considering how the game originally was supposed to be, you know, even more violent, I get they want to make their own Mortal Kombat. You ought to get yourself some bitches.
Bionics.
Bionics.
Sorry, Freudian sleep. Would you like my what?
My autograph.
After defeating Seth, the Colonel leaves the second world. He rejoins his scientist brother, and they plot conquests at the hands of his cybernetic might.
Sure, have a nice day, I guess.
So by the way, the Colonel is a bird. Did we mention that? No? Well, he does.
So,
And just look at how they scheme in that evil corner of
It
theirs.
does look like Dr. Sivana.
Oh god, what's he gonna do? Is he going to chart a course?
The end.
not yet.
Alright, Diesel. Alright, it's all you.
Okay.
That winning animation. Oh boy, what does Diesel have to say to Zazu?
What a whip you turned out to be.
Ha!
Almost like he's a child.
Good one, Diesel. Good one.
I didn't even break a sweat. Original. You should run home and cry.
Shouldn't that have been the line for Nezu?
Yeah.
Oh boy, the Shaq one. Let's see what he says.
I'll slam on you all day long.
Oh my.
Wow.
Tired of busting kneecaps and breaking jaws, Diesel begins a new life as a hermit in the forest of the second world.
How good for him.
Jesus.
I'll slam on. Seriously, what was that last?
I don't know, Dibs. Right now, this game is making Mortal Kombat seem like high art. Right now.
Fucking Shakespearean compared to this.
The end.
So who's next?
And next is Liotsu.
Seriously, this music.
I will teach you to fight if you pay me.
Sellout?
I ain't got no money, man.
I am too smart for your foolish style. Oh, you're a dick.
Oh, fighting his own adopted grandson, let's just say.
Your pain will lessen with time, week 1.
That's your grandson! Or
Yeah.
is it?
Well, the game says it is, Jova. That I don't know. You can't stick me. Go home.
Oh my god, these lines!
I know, right? Wary of the dangers that almost destroyed Nezu. Wait, what? Liotsu becomes the eternal guardian of the second world. The dangers that almost destroyed Nezu.
I thought Nezu was just
was
captured. There's
hypnotized.
nothing to suggest he was gonna be destroyed.
Blah, 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 blah. I did.
Each ending's a gem, I'm sure.
Tune in next time for another yet incomprehensible plotline of Shaq-Fu.
Which should be in just a few seconds, actually.
Yeah, that must be a very popular TV show. given
Does
how
Nezu
often
get
it
any
is.
lines?
Well, yeah, you are Raja to it, so
he
yeah.
has his own campaign.
Go ahead. Ask and you shall receive, Dwibs.
I am the greatest swordsman ever.
That's.
Bravo.
I'm amused by your fighting skills.
Oh my god, you're even lamer than the others. These aren't even one-liners.
You should take up another sport before you get hurt.
Oh my god, that one actually could be a one-liner, except we're fighting. Which is technically a sport, yeah.
Mirror
but
match.
Come on.
Thanks for the good laugh. Do come again.
Makes no sense.
Next!
Released with his victories, Raja relaxes at his rich palace. He practices his lethal arts faithfully, always ready for the next tournament. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, all that effort he's putting in drinking.
Priorities, Lips.
Also, what the hell's with this music?
It's his ending theme, Dubs.
Is it like someone trying to understand what actual Indian music sounds like and mixing with the Tetris A theme?
Okay, Dibs, get ready. Nezu's time.
Oh my god, this portrait, it looks positively demonic.
I'm Nezu.
You look.
I may be small, but you just lost big.
Ha!
Hey!
That is sadly
Yeah.
one of the more clever ones in this game.
How sad is
Mirror
that?
match.
Oh boy.
Quit picking on someone your own size.
He is your own size, you fucking moron!
That's
And
the joke.
you ruined it.
I'm much too fast for someone like you.
You're not Sonic.
Let's see, man is better than machine.
Hey, here's his Shaq line.
So much for your size, you big baby.
See if I save your life again, kid.
Freed from the evil set, Nezu prepares himself for his rightful throne by learning ancient disciplines from his grandfather, Lyoto. See, there you go. See it's over. There you go.
Like I said, based off of the in-game stuff.
Okay, let's just say that the game can get its own story straight. There you go.
Well, okay. You know what? To be fair, that was from a wiki page. Like, unless we know if that's on the manual itself.
Again,
For
it
now, I guess.
it might also be a generational thing, like a character is named like it's one of its ancestors.
I actually did try to find a scan of the manual. Nobody scanned this manual and put it on the internet, it seems.
Yeah, I wonder why.
Honestly, that's kind of weird. Like, I've seen a lot more obscure games at least get their manuals scanned.
Whatever, Memphis, try again. Maybe I can beat you even faster. Okay, now that's really not that bad, to be fair. You can't dish it out, but you sure can take it. Oh my god, these are actually not too bad, actually.
How is Memphis of all characters getting the better one line?
You should stand clear when lightning strikes. Oh my god, that's actually pretty good.
See, whoever wrote this had a bias against this character.
Alright, so how about one for Shaq?
I've beat real fighters twice your size. That's fine.
That is a Shaq's not a
works.
real fighter.
Well, honestly,
Is
that's
eternal enemy destroyed? Memphis' marks of death fade. His rage left behind. He teaches centuries of wisdom to his daughter, Voodoo. So there you go, guys. Plot twist. Turns out Memphis is Voodoo's father. That has nothing to do with anything, but he is.
Nice, I guess.
I mean, hey, he has some of the best one-liners in the game, and he gets a proper fine ending, so of all the characters, Memphis may be the one that comes out on top in all of this.
Yep. The end.
Wow.
So who's next?
Voodoo, his daughter, actually.
Shanti's mom. Okay.
Alright.
Of course, magic versus machine.
You're lucky I didn't turn you into a pig.
She can do that.
That's
Hang on, what's that skull on her waist there?
Don't come back or I'll use all my on you. Because Voodoo people...
yeah.
Doesn't
Voodoo.
Shanti have a skull somewhere on her, or am I getting that mixed up?
No, that's risky boots.
That's risky
was
boots.
on her bra.
You are no match for my powerful magic.
Basically,
Can you be a bit more generic, Voodoo? Alright, let's see what the Shaq one. You've got no skills. Go practice.
Go home and be a family man.
Anyway, dudes, for
Hold on.
context...
Discovering that her real father is Memphis, Voodoo restored his health with ancient elixirs. She now studies his vast knowledge of magic.
Alright, Jover, just go for it quickly then.
Basically, Risky Boots literally wears the corpse of her old master on
Yeah.
her clothes.
Yeah, basically she's
nice.
think Cubone, but a hot chick, basically.
And apparently in the first game she was all black and red.
I missed that color scheme of hers.
Isn't it available in her mode in Halgini Hero?
It is, yeah. I think you may have had to do
Alright,
some stupid
so, I'm
carryover
last
bonus
then?
by-
Yes, you are.
Aurok.
There's our rock. Oh boy, I get to growl.
He actually, fortunately, has better lines than that.
I'll beat you black and blue if you come back.
Black
What?
and blue?
What the hell does that even mean?
Expression, Java?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
yes.
yeah.
I guess
beat you black and
bruises,
blue. Yeah, bruises.
I am not one to be messed with.
Sure.
Hey, I wonder now. You should have blocked my shots.
You're not orange
okay,
character as far as I remember.
Okay, yeah, sort of basketball, I guess.
Think twice before you fight me again.
So yeah, Arak earned a small fortune fighting for money and now devotes himself to recruiting warriors for his new tournament palace.
On top of a giant mammoth.
And
Several of them.
that is actually the final ending of Shaq-Fu. We are officially done with all of the story content.
Alright,
Ironically, I feel like Memphis and Voodoo had some of the better endings.
Before the
ironically.
final thoughts, let me tell you about the producers of this game because they also too have an interesting career ahead of them. There were like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 producers in total. John Villandre is the most uninteresting one because he literally just was an assistant producer on this one and nothing else happened. There we go. Don Traeger instead also was a producer for the NES version of The Immortal. This game, Michael Jordan Chaos in Windy City, interesting. The Spider-Man PS1 video game, and one of the Destroy All Humans games.
I'm sorry,
Greg-
did you say one of the producers was really Michael Jordan?
No. One producer, Don Traeger, was a producer also on a game called Michael Jordan Chaos in the Windy City.
There's a
Apparently
Michael
that's
Jordan video game that I wasn't
apparently on the
aware
Super
of.
Nintendo. I don't even know what that's about. Then there's Greg Suarez, who did not do much, but apparently was also an executive producer for Sonic Schoolhouse. that's a thing.
Sonic, click here for help.
Then there's Jim Rushing, who also was a producer for both the NES version of The Immortal and Michael Jordan Chaos in the Windy City, so I guess he was buddy with that. Then there's William S. Schmidt, who was also a producer for the Atlantis Lost Empire video game on the PS1, Grand Theft Auto Advance, 50 Cent Bulletproof, and the Spider-Man 3 video game, the official one, based on the movie. And then there's Jeffrey Nicholas Brown, who was a producer for this and a TV movie called Vicarious, but he's mostly also a writer and a voice actor. He started out with stuff like one Star Trek video game, but he was like in an episode of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, 2 episodes of Arrested Development, a recurring character in True Blood, and more recently he was a major character in Henry Danger. So that's quite the career leap. And again, all these people did all these interesting things, and yet I still can't find a writer. I guess one of these people did the writing. This is weird.
Can I go first with my final thoughts?
Go ahead.
Yeah, the game's still just as shitty, just as cheesy, just as kind of hilarious as before. It's got everything a bad 90s game should have. Terrible controls, cheesy dialogue, weird music, and some questionable choices for everything really. And seriously, the second world. So what is it? So what? If we had a proper Shaq-Fu 2, what was that going to consist of? The third world, then the fourth, fifth, sixth. Be going up, wouldn't it? And yeah, to be honest, there's not really a whole lot you can say really about a game like this. I mean, the only way this game would have been worse is if it had voice acting, especially with Shaq doing the acting at this point.
Trust me, I would love for Shaq to seriously. If I ever saw Shaq at a con or something, and if I got the chance to ask him a question, I would ask him if he could recite some of the at least one of his lines from the game. It's just so I could record it and put it on the internet, because that would be glorious.
But yeah, that's about it really. It's a crap game, and yeah, how this got a sequel, I have no idea.
That's the thing, Dwebs. The sequel.
Meme material.
Yeah, that's the thing, Dwebs. The sequel is not a sequel, really. It's only Shaq-Fu in name.
It seems it might have been like a copyright thing, because originally the Indigo campaign was promising stuff like some returning characters from this one, but then they couldn't actually deliver, and they had to do an entire plot.
With such highly memorable characters as Nezu.
At least it would be consistent, I guess.
You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised, Jib. Some companies are incredibly stubborn with copyright, even
Which
with a
means,
game
I guess,
like
EA
Shaq-Fu.
still owns the right to this game, which is frightening
Probably.
to say the least.
Probably.
So that's probably the reason why the sequel doesn't feel as much as a sequel as it could have been.
Come on,
Thanks,
EA,
EA.
re-release this on modern systems. That's clearly the game that deserves more attention.
Yeah.
Anyway, Pedro, I found in the meantime what I was talking about the skeletons. According to Dark Lord Jado, there is apparently
I'm done with my paddleboard.
an input code, cheat code that triggers like a mini game where Shaq actually kills the skeletons, but I don't know anything about that.
Well, okay. In that case, developers, you shouldn't have mentioned it in the story if you're not actually going to put it in the story. Just saying.
Probably another dummy things. Anyway.
All right, Jova.
It's Shaq-Fu. The game pretty much speaks for itself. It's one of the most infamous games out there, and for good reason. The combat is pretty lame. The controls can handle fine, but they're incredibly basic for a fighting game. And not in a good way. The one-liners, about 90% of them suck. With amazingly some of the best ones going to Memphis, of all characters. And lo and behold, you have this tragic little venture that did immediately get a sequel, which is better. But you know how much of a sequel feels like is up to you to debate. Regardless, it's Shaq-Fu. Enough said.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess I'll go next then.
Go ahead, too.
There is potential in this, weirdly enough. Again, the idea of this insane idea of an isekai story with a basketball player that goes around fighting, people in a magical setting, weirdly enough, might have, some potential, especially in this day and age more than ever. But it's all squandered amongst very, very poorly aged stereotypes and just terrible lines. Like, it doesn't even commit to go full hog with some of his lines. It's only sporadic here and there. Most of the time it's just very generic or juvenile. Still, that guy saying that he's gonna slap Shaq silly. It's stupid. There is a bit of world building, particularly in the manual, the character description and the endings, but it's clearly not enough. This is clearly an undercooked game, and coming from such prestigious developer, I can't stress enough how Out of This World is a really a good game when you get down to it. It's kind of sad. It shows their craftsmanship from having very fluid motions for the sprite work. But that's, again, not enough to save this game. And that's not even talking about the fact that the gameplay itself is horribly broken and unbalanced beyond belief. It's not even fun as a fighting game. It's there just to be reminded of a bad game it is. Sure, for a long time it did hold a spot in the worst video games ever made list. But gotta be honest, there's much worse than this out there. This is still, a bad game technically, but so much worse has come out before and ever since. So I wonder actually where the memery started, because somewhere had to be started. I do believe there was even before YouTube some kind of, traction that this game got. But eventually, like we said, it did got a sequel in name only, technically. It's nice to see Shaq acting, but that's the only major... And the gameplay is a decent beat 'em up, but that's the only praise that I'll give to the game for the time being. Again, I forgot what in that summer case where I forgot where my regional final thoughts were for original one-off of this game.
I do. Basically, you said that it's something similar to what you said, actually. You basically said, if they fleshed out things, this might have been a more memorable game, you said.
Interesting.
Well, people still found it memorable, all right.
Whatever, that's pretty much it. Wasted potential. Go on, Pedro.
Yeah, like we said, this is a really bad game. It's cheesy, it's ridiculous. But at the same time, that's kind of why I have a soft spot for it, because I do love its earnestness in trying to sell me on this incredibly ridiculous concept. So so it's really fun, and like I said, I do get a kick out of laughing at the laughable writing. So yeah, there's that. So I do, and like I said, there is technically quite a bit of creativity put into this. It's misguided creativity, but it's creativity nonetheless. So I do respect that, at least, for what it's worth. So I do. So it's basically one of those games where you just play, kind of like Last Battle. Basically, you just play it to just have a laugh, and there you're done. Basically, that's basically what the kind of game this is. I might eventually settle in and just do the Shaq-Fu Legend Reborn. Maybe if it gets put on. Yeah, surprisingly, Shaq-Fu Legend Reborn is not on Game Pass. You'd think it would be considering most indie games are.
That's also the thing, Joe. As an indie game and everything, it got forgotten. Sorry, Pedro. As an indie game, it got forgotten relatively quickly after it came out. So it might be that. Who knows?
Like, event, maybe one day I'll get around to it. We'll see how things go. So tune in for that whenever I get to it.
Yeah.
Sayonara.